Alright, so I'm out here. Let me move this over a little. Doing my daily, if you want to call it vlog, to, what you call it now. Got this looking crazy for now, so I need stuff to air out. Look at them, what's that? Some cumulus clouds, something, old nimbulus, something, I don't know. Anyway, you know what, hold on to it, 'cause you can't hear me. I'll still be trying to talk low because I got listening ears for real. Um, they still had a satellite dish connected to my house that I won't remove. But earlier I was speaking on, there's like two or three things I want to address right now. I was speaking on how this guy that I was involved with, my boy's dad, he got into the accident when he was, I feel like just going around being flashy. Might not have been being flashy on that day, but he was being flashy or whatever. And the car that he had when he wasn't. He never offered a ride, nothing like that. Every time I needed a ride, somebody came back and told me they seen him riding with the top down and all that stuff. I'm like, dang, I like convertibles. I want to ride with the top down. I did just have your child. We can't go nowhere. And he was always say, we going to go somewhere and this, that, and the third. We going to get out. Well, he wouldn't always say it, but he said it once or twice. We going to get out. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, he changed up once well, he didn't wait to change up before I got pregnant. He changed up immediately. Like, he didn't have time changing the time. But then he was like going back and forth on being this nasty person and this nasty person and this kinda not so nasty because I can never really say that he wasn't like nasty toned and used foul language or whatever. But because one time he called me a B. He called me a B-I-T-C-H, and then, which, of course, that added up to so many after that. But he called me that, and then he apologized and was like, he said, I shouldn't have called you that. And then he did say, I apologize or something. But he went on to do it again. Then he apologized for the other thing that he felt like he was guilty of, in which he did do it, um, but then he went on and continued to do it so many more times. So I was like, oh, wow. But, he used to ride around in that BMW or whatever. I think him and his dad used to fix on it again. And anyway, he ended up getting in an accident. I heard it through the grapevine, and the grapevine is his paternal grandmammy. Like, that's how I feel about her. I don't care. I just really don't like, cause she the head witch that started it all. But anyways, started it and or continued whatever was passed down to her, which I feel like you're supposed to truly forgive whoever did something to you, and then you go on, and you know what I'm saying. But some of these people is still not forgiving people that's already in the grave. They still carrying that around. So anyway, I just said something right there. Um, around, he ended up getting in an accident in March or May. I ended up getting a new vehicle. I got me, a nice little SUV. He came over to my house and knocked on the door and stuff, and just stood at the door and talked to me and stuff like that. And I think I had a blanket or something wrapped around me. He was like, "You look warm. It looked warm in there." Thank God it is. I got heat, and yeah, I got a blanket. Ooh, big old dragonfly. Get out of here. But yeah, I got heat. I got a blanket. Let this thing go. 'Cause these things sting. Must be attracted to the water or whatever. But anyways, yeah, I do. So I remember some of the conversation because this conversation happened in 2012. And so, he's like, yeah, it look warm in there. I'm like, oh, okay. Whatever. And, um, his grandmammy had already came and told me, he got in an accident. She took it upon herself to walk across the street, and she wasn't apologizing. I don't know if she brought something over there that day, the Pampers and something else she gave for my oldest son. And yeah, because she wanted. Now I look back and see, because they wanted him to tend to her household and stuff like that. I mean, I guess she wanted as many dudes over there as she could have, because she had so-called boyfriend. She had I guess, a baby daddy who was looking at her sister or whatever that lady was to her. I believe it's her sister or whatever. But and then you had your grandsons. You had that you didn't even claim. They. I've heard that they denied him and all that. And then you had your sons who, Lord forgive me, they ain't seem like they work for damn at all. Like they just trifling as they come, and then they sit up under their sisters all day. Like nobody really could just get out from under each other and not have a life. And I'm just like, y'all too busy on top of each other. I thought their family gatherings was really coming together to celebrate. That stuff was something else. That stuff was something to come together to plot and plan people's deaths and stuff like that, and to appear to be something. That's why he's so hung up on appearances and whatever. But anyway, she had told me that, and she was like, "I tell him you talked about him or asked him." I said, "You don't got to tell him nothing. I can talk to him myself if I wanted to. I know how to reach out to him. I don't need y'all to deliver no message. So if that's what you came over here for, already being messy, meddlesome, and stuff like that, girl." She's like, "All right, I ain't gonna tell him." Who knows if she wouldn't have told him? I don't give a damn. But then they started saying, he started telling me, they said, you need to come over here. How they said when we linked up together without a they, and you know what I'm saying, have whatever we did. Sneaky link. No, I'm just playing. I ain't calling myself no sneaky link, not when it come to him. But, because I wasn't sneaking, he probably was or whatever. That's on him. Um, so yeah, he came over and he was talking. He might have mentioned that, but he said during the accident or whatever, like during the time, I don't know when, I don't know if his light flashed before his eyes, I don't know what it was, but I know his car was totaled and all that. And he was like, yeah, that's what he said. God told me that I'm out here looking for the perfect one, but she already here. Now, granted, he did not say me. That's how he is. He be indirect. He don't be direct or whatever. But he was standing at my door talking to me, and I just had a child, so I just automatically assumed. And I knew what I was praying for, and I knew what God had spoke to me. And I was sharing with my best friend, but I knew what I was praying for before I even linked up with him in that type of way, or linked back up with him or something like that. And I can look back and say, there was a time when I was in the mirror and I was like, Lord, I was standing in the mirror and I was just praising the Lord or whatever. I was genuinely praising the Lord and telling him this is what I want or whatever. And he came to my door and he just said basically exactly what I said in my house. Nobody else was in the house. So, mind you, he's been already been in my house. So I guess he learned how to start planting certain stuff and learn the witchcraft that they do or whatever. It's a small thing to me right now because, when you like when you come through that and you get on the other end and you see what the enemy be doing and how he be using that stuff, then you just be like, okay, all right, thank you, God. Thank you for keeping me in and through it. But of course, I endured so much and I learned a lot, like how he operates. He would ask me, do I still got a certain toothbrush or anything of his over there? I don't need your stuff as a placeholder or to remind me of you. If you're supposed to be here, you'll be here. So over time, I literally got rid of everything that was of him and all this or whatever. But you can't get rid of the kids, though. How about that? My kids don't really, like I said, remind me of him, but I can't deny that if anybody asks me, them his kids, so it is what it is. But yeah, well, I'm gonna say any sane person is not trying to get rid of their kids with anybody, you know what I mean? But then shoot, I can almost argue that any uh the same person might be wanting to get rid of some kids if they know that them kids are devilish and got some stuff with them or whatever. And I'm not saying that that's okay. I'm just saying, like, I've seen some extreme cases or whatever, and I don't really knock them people. In some cases, now granted, their sin or whatever might have got them in it and got them connected to it, and then they realize when it's, what I'm saying, and they try to turn off. They need to stop calling me. Okay, I'm not answering the phone. Speaking of that, AT&T, whoever's behind that, they surveys and Qualtrics and stuff, and know that I'm doing surveys and stuff. Send me these surveys. and they pose these questions. They pose a question, and then they kept rephrasing it to see how, and it almost reminded me of that female that was like, well, "What if I would have met you then? What if it was like she was trying to figure out or pinpoint a place and time that she can go back to have met me, so then my answer would change." And I was like, "What?" My answer for one is gonna be the same. For two, I don't like that you keep on asking me that because I feel like you're trying me. You're trying my patience. You're trying my intelligence. Like I know you're asking the same damn question, trying to rephrase it a different way. Like that makes you dumb. You're an idiot. You're stupid. But anyway, I'm not gonna go there. I don't like her. I don't feel like I like her in this moment. I just seen a car that looks like what she drive. But anyway, or what I last knew she drove or whatever. But yeah, they kept asking that, and I fired back like, I would want to know why the y'all. I ain't say it like that, but why are y'all asking these questions, or why are y'all posing questions like that? Before I tell you what's going on in my household, I want to know why are you asking questions like that. And so then they want to know how many devices I operate off of and all. No, that ain't none of your damn business. Y'all better go around and ask other people how many they, and if it is for genuine purposes, like, okay, well, we'll know how much speed this person needs, this, that, and third. But guess what? It's enough to go around. These airwaves, these Wi-Fi waves, well, I might be able to record Big Country today. It's enough. Yep, I am gonna, if you come in this direction, I said Big Country, Big Trifling, excuse me, because I'm not Big Country, but I'm country. Yep, coming this way. Glad you did. Better to be able to record them. Anyway, loud and start. But I ain't trying to record everybody else. Get out their business. You in my business. But yeah, so yeah, they posing them questions or whatever, and it's so funny because I just had this dream about somebody trying to get close to me. It was an old neighbor, like I said, that I was more cool with. But I'm be like, honey, I ain't got time to be getting close to none of y'all because at any point in time, y'all could turn into an enemy. Especially when you come from people that got a problem with me for whatever reason, for reasons I don't know and don't understand. But anyway, in the dream, it was a girl that was, I mentioned it earlier on another one, but she was one that I would have been more cool with and more prone to talk to and stuff like that. And she was trying to, like I said, get in like an intimate place. My room is my intimate place and get that close to me and stuff like that. I'm cautious. That doesn't mean that nobody can get close to me. That don't mean that you can get close to me and abuse me. Period. But I don't welcome that anyway. Because if you do, baby, you gonna get popped back. But what they say, I bust back. No, I'm just playing. I don't do none of all that. But yeah, she was one that could get close to me or whatever. Look at that breeze, honey. Feels good. Yes, Lord. Yeah, I'm gonna have to let this up so it can blow. right. I lift it up a little bit. So I don't like stuff that look country, honey, because we're not out in the we're not in the inner city, but we're not out in the country. So. But um, what was I saying though? Let me get on stay on task and topic. So tell me about his accident. He was saying all this. Yeah, she's perfect. She's perfect, but I'm out here still looking for that or whatever. But so that means that you just didn't see it or whatever, and it was right under your nose, and you said, okay, whatever. So yeah, your chance might not be come back around, and messing with me is not coming back around. So he also, so this is what he said that time. Then it was another time when he was like, I'm a man out here trying to make a living for us. I'm trying to be a man to my want to a woman. I guess he was talking to somebody else. He's talking to me about somebody else or something. Maybe I should have just talked to him. Then what he said, but he did. This the one time when he was direct. He was like, but when he went and repeated, he was like, I can't wait till we get married so I can get some sleep. So evidently he wasn't feeling like he was sleeping or whatever. I don't know what it was, but while he was with me, he had peace and he was sleeping real good. I don't know what other kind of sleep he was talking about, but that's what he said. So you making all these statements to me or in my vicinity, and and my mama came along and told me, was like, you need to stop playing games. But yeah, um, he said that I can't wait till we get married so I can get some sleep. I was sleeping at that point in time. I was sleeping on the inside of the bed. I was sleeping on his. It was on his right side. Well, the way he was laying, I don't know. It could have been either or. But anyway, I was sleeping on the inside of the bed, and he was like, he said that, and I was like, what? And he wouldn't repeat. He was like, nothing. Okay, well, because if somebody really wants you to know something, they'll repeat it, and you know what I'm saying, they wouldn't play with you. So, oh well, it is what it is. He tried to drag me along, but like I said, when you do that to a good, genuine person, then you're really doing that to yourself. So enjoy the results, the consequences. Hold that down, love. I'm good, love, enjoy. It was another time when he said, of course, he referred to me as the name that I was calling myself. As in not being no wifey, but as his wife, as the woman, you know what I'm saying, the lady in his life. And then he changed it up. Then he went to saying, you cursed from being married. And I was just like, where the is this coming from? I'm trying to think of the time frame that he said that to me. He said, you cursed from marriage or something like that. And I'm like, the time frame, I don't know, but I ain't messing around or dealing with his relatives. Ain't no telling, but I don't receive them curses or whatever over my life. But God's will be done in my life, and I just leave it at that. And whether God allow me to get married like I want to, you know what I'm saying, like I've envisioned it, but also just according to His will, not also. Excuse me, that should have been first thing. But according to His will, then I'm good. It's been my desire. It's been it's been the main thing that I desire, other than kids and working from home and stuff like that. But that's what he said. He went to them extremes, and I was like, what? When did this occur? And then yeah, he just started saying otherwise, and the opposite. And I was like, what? And he never came back and reneged on that or changed on that or anything. So I was just like, okay, but showing up in my dreams, showing up in, you know what I'm saying, manifesting in other stuff. So he's a manifester or whatever, and that's a good thing. But it's just not when you use it to do evil, and you're doing witchcraft and stuff like that. You need to ask God, and really you need to ask God to manifest it. God is the creator. But God can give whoever gifts and whatever power He wants to, because He is in control. And I'm not gonna try to damper anybody. And there was a female that I was not involved with, but I was dealing with, and she was like, yeah, I got ways like him and this, that, and the third. And basically, I guess that was her confirming that she's a witch or whatever they do. So so that was that. He was saying that, and then I'm trying to think, it was one other thing that I feel like he said about marriage. He said, "Oh, he did. He actually flat out said we gonna get married. I'm not talking years. Or just give me a chance or time to do such and such. You know. So I guess I'm thinking on that again. You know, it's heartbreaking to know that I basically got played like that and thugged like that. Like this dude was sitting here telling me this the whole time, but he didn't make no moves and no rush to do that. And a lot of stuff is because it was petty stuff that he just didn't like because he didn't want it to appear a certain way to others. And I understand that because there's certain stuff about me that I'd be like, no, I go out my way to not let y'all see it like that. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm similar, and that's another reason why I understood him. But and I forgive him, but I just can't. Like you're the man. You got to. And then you told me I said something about confidence or whatever, and then you told me no, you got to be confident. So what? So you're not practicing what you preach. And somebody went on and ultimately told me that he just didn't. He didn't have the word. That's why he's famous. He didn't have the word. You know, and that's indicative of a coward and stuff like that. You think when you feel fear and you're scared, whatever. I'm not going into all the details. But anyway, so you get what you get. Hold that down, honey. Enjoy your life, cause that's too much, honey. I'm in my 30s and I just ain't in the mood for it. I don't know what that noise is, but people be doing too much. So the other thing was okay. Back to the dream thing. People are I guess sending out mail or whatever and wanting me to be concerned about something. And like I mentioned earlier, the paper in the dream had my daughter's name on it and her dad, and it was something that needed to be resolved, problems, something like that. And I was just like, Lord. And so I stand on here. This is coming out the horse's mouth. She does not need to be with her dad or under her dad unsupervised. And it does not need to be his mammy who's trying to so-called supervise him. Period. His mama need to be supervised. And whenever I'm not saying they can't see my daughter or be around her, but they don't. They all need to be supervised because they try to conflict, and then they don't like. They have a dislike for me and a distaste for me because of their feelings. Because I wasn't gonna let them just handle me and even my daughter. I trained her. I just can hope that she's putting into play what I trained her on, but looking over here, y'all probably can't see them people about to walk in that house over there. But that's the house. It's one of the new houses or whatever. But anywho, um, I trained her on that, on how to respond and how she should be and stuff like that, and trying to help her make wise decisions. I'm not gonna take pride in it because I hope that I did it right. But anyway, she don't need to be with her daddy, and like I said, she don't need to be. And I mean, this is me and my feelings coming into play. What I'm saying is her grandbaby. I don't have no respect. I don't. I got very little, if at all, any respect for this lady. Period. She's just no Lord. She big trifling and big vicious. Like what she did is it's still no excuse. I don't see it. Maybe on another side, on another day, I might see it clearly, but I just don't. She kept trying and talking about she was supposed to be trying to be my friend and this, that, and the third. I don't know who that was rolling through here, but trying to be my friend and all that. And I told her, I said, honey, it'll be a long time before I be friends with you, if ever. Because my purpose and stuff was not to be her friend anyway. I mean, I was going in the lady house. I was young, but I was young and young-minded and immature, so I wasn't thinking on that level. Like, I need to be trying to be friends with your mom. Ooh, hey, they just don't care. That's double yellow lines. You're not supposed to cross that. It's dangerous, man. Maybe I do need to record them. But I was like, I wasn't trying to be her friend. I was over there for her son. I'm trying to be my peers and stuff like that. And I'm saying whatever we deal with and go through, that's what I'm dealing with. I'm not until we got disrespectful. I can't remember when the turn took, and I don't even want to go back that far, but I might have to, just because my daughter's sake and stuff like that. But I don't know when it got disrespectful and what all happened. I do know that, I did some things that were distasteful regarding him. But again, we was on the same up. We was at as peer level. And then him overall, he did very distasteful stuff and dishonest stuff to begin with. He didn't have no good intentions. So there you go. And then as I went along, he let me know, this is what I'm saying about you. Okay, there you go. You know, the dude that I was involved with. Well, this is I made her like this, and the third, or whatever. Okay. All right. Well, none of that sounds good. It ain't good. It ain't gonna be good, and I don't care for it, and I don't want it. And so, I mean, literally, oh my God, I'm still thinking about that dude. Like, this is the road that he fell on, or this right here is over past the house or whatever. I'm still thinking. While I was talking about that, I like had a flashback, and it just made me feel like, cause my boys' dad told me that my daughter's dad feels like if he can't have me, then nobody will. And I mean, now I know people really be serious about that. He ain't tell me that. And I just feel like he better not tell me no shit like that. I'm definitely gonna believe his dad. I'm gonna, what I'm saying? But, but he did. I think he's smart enough not to tell me nothing like that. He telling somebody else that stuff. But I got the message or the memo or whatever. And so, that's like my daughter been in the line with all that, whatever. And okay, honey, I told you don't need to be over there worrying about them people stuff, leave them people stuff alone. But so yeah, to do it just made me feel like I wasn't trying to check for the dude or nothing like that. Barely, I mean, barely. I was looking at him, but I wasn't really checking for him like that. I was trying to start running in the house and he was passing by here. But he started passing by here doing tricks on his bike. He did one trick too many, honey. Had that wheel too high up in the sky. But the name he carries is my son's name, and it's a biblical name or whatever. And so I don't want to say whatever, but it's a biblical name. And he, I believe, I don't even know I'm saying that. But anyway, he did one trick too many, honey. He went sliding. It almost feel like, oh yeah, you trying to get to her, get at her? Nope, she mine. And I don't want to say that like that's my daughter's dad saying that. Oh, she mine or whatever. And I just went over the other day how he was like, oh, when I get it or whatever, it's gonna be good. Boy, run a lap, run a couple of laps because he fat. But anyway, um, yeah, nah, I don't need nobody to chase me. I don't need nobody to. You done already done showed me your sinister. Like, you sinister. You is and he diabolical. They both can be diabolical. I would talk to that dude right then. I was like, let me stop because he looked like he was looking this way. But y'all don't. These dudes. Try not to speak crazy on them, boy. Honey. But the girl in the dream was trying to give me paperwork to have my daughter's and her dad's name on it and stuff like that, information, which I received. Well, well, I ain't received nothing, but in the dream I told her email me, and so it just seems like with that the survey that I filled out, how they want to know how could we contact you if you can email me. Thank you. Have a good life. Because I'm gonna determine whether or not I get it, and some of my inboxes is damn full anyway, so you might not get it. Might go to my spam. Who knows? We should let God determine. And so that was that about that, and I think those are the two main topics that I was talking about. But I still stand on that. My daughter, if it ever gets to me or whatever, and they ask me, she doesn't need to be with him by, like I said, unsupervised. I will not take. I don't want to take no parents' rights. Period. That is solely up to God. If God didn't want him around his daughter, then I think He would have just removed him. Can't hear you. I'm doing a video right now. I'll talk to you later. Uh, he would just remove him completely. That's the dude I laid down with, whether I was ignorant about it or not, and I know my reasons for doing it. It was definitely a rebound relationship, and I was vulnerable, whatever. But and somebody could say that about me or whatever. But anyway, I was vulnerable. He's just out of that relationship, and it is what it is. And so he wouldn't let up. He just came after me, whatever. And so, okay. And then let him tell it, honey. He bagged me, and I'm just like, I haven't got time for this. I didn't even never hear stuff like that. And talk, talk English. Use. But I don't know. I need an environment with them. I guess I thought because I lived in that type of environment before too. I didn't know how to look good. I didn't have to be that product of that environment. So, I tried to implement something better in his life, not even really knowing, just being myself or whatever, but not knowing that he had bad intentions. So it is what it is. I messed up on that, just not knowing better, not doing better. And But yeah, that's the memo he said. But I don't want my daughter to be. She don't need to be. And furthermore, she's a female. She needs to be with her mom. She needs to be around her brothers that are here. Um, they all carry the same last. They got the same last name. What else was it? And like I said, his mammy need to be supervised, and she need to be supervised by a boarder. They really need to be. If she got her own place, she good enough probably to have her own stuff or whatever and live good, but she need to be supervised by some type of authorities or whatever. And I'm gonna say legit, not nobody that's just gonna do just any damn thing, but she needs to be supervised. Um, she, hold on, my nosy ass neighbor's gonna walk out. Need to be supervised, and let's see who it is. 'Cause I'm about to put the thing on there. She needs to be supervised, period. And yeah, my daughter don't need to be really learning those thuggish ways from her. She's a lady. She has been known to be a lady thug, and again, she's vicious. She's vicious, got vicious ways. I don't want my daughter picking that stuff up. That stuff is crazy. Because again, you already did one abortion and made sure it got done. You're trying to make sure another one get done. And whoever this is looking at me, I'm glad that I'm picking their ass on camera. They just being nosy. That's why I like to have myself up. Cause y'all just not looking at the road. Y'all just looking over here. And over here before you, a black vehicle that looked like it was a convertible. I should put my sunglasses on, even though ain't no sun beaming over here. But she's vicious. I don't want my daughter picking up them vicious ways. She's a head criminal that taught him how to be a criminal and allowed him to, and just allowed him to do certain stuff in her house. And to me, I don't respect that. As mother, I don't, even though I was the one going over there, I was a child. I was child minded. Like, she just allowed some of anything to go on in her house, but she knows how to cover it up real good, and she knows how to dress up, and you know what I'm saying. She can look nice, and she does have some decency about herself as far as having a good heart. But she is, I can't. I've had my times and stuff with her where it was decent time, but the overall her is vicious, and she wanted her sons to be up under her for the most part, or if she can't choose for them, she wants to if she can't choose for them, then they don't need to be choosing who they just period. They need to be up under her. Okay, well bye. And then I told her, I said, honey, I didn't realize that he was a mama's boy like that. And you gonna have him too. Yeah, my sons are right here with me, but as far as being mama's boys, they will get out and go and get out from under me. And that's just period. So girl bye. And as they get older and more common sense and more mature, then I will allow them to get more freedom. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna say allow because God already gave them. I already teach them about free will. Like I told them at any point in time, y'all can get up and leave out of here and really do what you want. I don't advise it, but you know. So that's done on that. So I stand on it. My daughter don't need to be over there with him. He be bouncing in and out of different households, laying up under different females, and yeah, here they go. And I will gladly turn the camera on them if they cook the damn food. But here she go. Say cheese. I mean, if it was me, I'd go out the front door. You want who and when I'm leaving. But oh, they gonna pass by. They'll be going. I know they're gonna go this way. Yeah, I'm saying all of this stuff on camera. They'll pass by. I'll have them on candy camera. What Regina Hall say? You on candy camera? Now it's all in your grill. Yep, she is. Anyway, let me get off of it because that's the one who insulted my son, and I've been anyway. Let me stay on topic and stay on task. Like I said, they don't. My daughter don't need to be over there. My daughter likes the material things and stuff that she gets from over there and all that. She likes the food. Girl, I understand because I ate that food before you was born, honey. That's what I fed you, and some of it in my belly, I'm sure. Some of it. Because by the time I was pregnant with her, I wasn't even going over there like that. But I remember this time I cooked a roast, and it was this dude over there, and I didn't give him nothing. Because I had already, well, for one, I took them out to eat, him and somebody else, probably my cousin. We went out to eat. Once I got my little money back, I just, I thought that was what friends do or some associates or whatever. We went out to eat out in Sedalia. Oops, did I say that? Anyways, I didn't get him nothing. But I was having a flashback of what I did eat when, yep, them people over there. But I was having a flashback of what I did. Yeah, better get them offense. Flashback of what I did eat when I was pregnant with my daughter and stuff like that around that time. And they little charges, sorry, that ain't pulled off yet. What y'all waiting on? So, anyways, he needed to be supervised. That's just that. I feel like he had the opportunity when she was younger to probably get her more consistently, and do what he was gonna do then, but he didn't. He was running the streets, and then of course, not of course, like I knew, but God removed him when I was like 7 months pregnant, and he wasn't around. See, my boys' dad, he probably could have been around more, but he wasn't around as much regarding when I was pregnant with my son. Wasn't around as much when I was pregnant with my son, our first son. He did come back around, like I was with him at one point in time, then I left out. Like it was inconsistent with me and him. I left out. He came back 2 months before our son was about to be born, and he did remain. He remained, and I enjoyed that. You know what I'm saying? Some of that attention and stuff like that. He remained around, but he considered me a vessel of life, and I just felt like that was reducing me. I'm way more than a vessel of life. Um, he, what else was it? I gotta go in here and cook. We ain't really ate nothing all day. I ate fruit, but I want some food. He was here 2 months before, and then on until the time that I had my son, because of course he took me to the hospital and stuff like that, and I was just enjoying that. He was in the hospital room, got the umbilical cord. They had to direct him on lift my legs up and all that or whatever and help him out, but he did follow their direction, their instruction. Now let it have been me asking or telling him, he would have probably did anything to try to do opposite. But during that time he wasn't as opposed to me as he started to become. And the more he started being around other people, that's when he started getting opposed and having that opposition towards me. Okay, that done pulled off, but they're about to go around here and I'm gonna have it right on camera. Sure am. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm going off on some tangents because I wasn't talking about this when I first got on here, but my daughter's dad was locked up the first year. His mom and her brother, his brother came as stand-ins for him or whatever to support my daughter when she was one. I did appreciate it. Everything was cool because of course, they in front of a lot of people. They're not gonna act up, but and I did this after they had done certain stuff, said threatening things to me and all that. You know what I'm saying? Just did all types of stuff. Um, and I just went on and still was trying to include people. Um, but yeah, I was saying if God didn't want him to be in her life, he would just remove him, like, or have him or cause him to do something that's gonna just get him up out of here, at least distance or whatever, like he was the first year. I took her, he didn't meet her until she was like 3 or 4 months old, so that's the first time I took her up there. So he acknowledged that, and he should have considered it a privilege or whatever. And my thing is, I always advise people just give God the glory. I don't know who this is, but they're gonna get on camera today. Just give God the glory. I don't know who that is. I ain't never seen that person. It's some I don't want to call him weird, but it's some strange stuff going on. But yeah, gone for that first year, and then when he came out, he wasn't trying to help like that. He did some little stuff or whatever. I don't want to say little, but he did some stuff. But he was still putting our daughter off on his mama every chance he could get. Me and him, we probably linked up like once, maybe twice, 3, 4 times, a couple times over that time frame. If he put our daughter off on his mama, or sometimes she would probably be on my mama. But I thought at the time I thought that's what we could do. I thought it was okay for grandparents to be grandparents or whatever, but and then just not take advantage. But as soon as I would drop my daughter off, he would go ahead and be ready to leave her in the house with his mama, and I just be like, Lord. But she signed up for it because she was like, I'll do his part, and I was just like, He even started laughing, but he acknowledged that I'm the one that brought her up there. Once he did all that, look how he's done me. He haven't, what I'm saying? He's just been without. So I stand on it. He still needs to be supervised. He's not doing right. I don't know who these people are moving over here. I can't zoom in too dang on much. I can't see him no way. But oh yeah, I did see the people over here today. They was across the street at another household and driving that white work van. Oh, his name is Sean. Should I say that? And I thought these folks was doing something different, but small time. But anyways, um, yeah. So as far as my daughter, yeah, she don't. The details can be sorted out like that because I'm not. I'm not getting. I don't. If I got a choice, I'm not getting myself pulled into a system that is not for me. That just bait and trap and all that. I'm not. The devil is a lie. So, and my daughter's dad already told me I trapped you. Oh no, baby, you trapped yourself. So enjoy that. Hold that down. Um, like I said, I taught my daughter how to maneuver and stuff like that. If she utilizes it, she do. If she don't, she don't. I seen her utilizing some stuff. She done ordered her some food off DoorDash one time. She had a little change in her pocket. So if she gets some money, she better be holding on to it and do what she need to do to get where she needs to go. But I've been here for her. I'm not. I'm just not there for him. He wanted me to still be there for him, his mama, all that. I'm not doing that. I'm not going there with y'all. Absolutely not. I shouldn't have went there to begin with. If I'd have known better, I would have did better. There was a point in time where I would have been their friend and been cool with them, but to me, even still, if we ever gonna be friends, that's gonna be a long time coming. If we live that long. But I certainly have to forgive and move forward for the things that they, said and done to me, and then throwing rocks and hiding their hands. But this right here takes the cake. It's the big one, honey. Um, yeah, they didn't never get on camera. They didn't never come this way. So anyway, but yeah, yeah, my daughter don't need to be over there. She needs to be home. This is what I consider home. This is where she was living at, resided, and oh Lord, here he go. That's why they would never come because they're still there. Yes, I don't know what they got going on. But